Hello everyone and welcome to the final mission of this campaign. In Panzer Corps 2 we're playing the Axis operations. It's Madrid 1939 and boy am I happy to see that final mission. Especially after the failures of the last couple of missions there. I wasn't impressed at the start, and they failed to impress me further. Or at least they failed at the end as well. Oh well. It's just that a lot of things, they make absolutely no sense. But not only did I discuss it in the previous mission, but also, for example, that the pre-final mission is an optional mission, but everybody can do it. So it's not really optional. Like, why would you refuse to go to an optional mission? The only reason why you would do that, with the chance to get a point, one commendation point. Like, why would you not do it? Unless you want to be done with the game. If you're like, oh man, I hate this game so much, but I need to finish it, I'm just gonna skip that mission because there's no other way that I'm gonna play this. I'm not gonna do this. No thanks. Let's skip it. That's really the only reason. Like, if you like this game, you're gonna play that mission, and if you really hate this game, then you probably already quit, unless you're like me. But then you're gonna do the mission anyway. Like, I don't see why you would not do the mission if it's optional, which means there's no reason to make it optional. It's like, it doesn't mean anything. It's an empty gesture. It doesn't add anything to the game to make this optional. It's just useless. In fact, the entire mission is useless because it doesn't add anything to the game. I don't know. It's so weird. Anyway, that was my ranting once again. I can get carried away. So, I'll probably save it all for one final briefing after the grand campaign. A review, as you will. Anyway, we're here in Guadalajara. Welcome to Guadalajara, Herr General. Some of your Condor Legion compatriots were good enough to secure it ahead of schedule. I didn't know that. Putting us in a prime position to begin final negotiations with the remaining Republican forces. Before you continue, Capitana, some important news just came in. Better look at this. He hands her a communique. She paused to read. I want to do a female voice, but no. How foolish! Dos mio! How foolish! So utterly and stupidly foolish! What were they thinking? Please explain it. We're not friends, but colleagues. My apologies, my German friends. I'm simply stunned, but I guess perhaps I should not be. It was their foolishness that forced us to pursue this civil war, so of course it would end on an equally ludicrous note. Well, this DLC surely ends on a ludicrous note. Herr General, the communist factions of Madrid have revolted. Yes, indeed. What that would accomplish is beyond me. Like, why? Why? They've turned on the Republican forces and open hostilities are breaking out across the city. It's a civil war within the civil war. Yeah, so what are these communists trying to achieve here? It's like, what use is that? And why do I have a recon over here? Oh, it's to expose this? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what gives me vision over here? 1, 2, 3. I don't see another one. Capitana, you still haven't finished reading the communique. Generalissimo Franco has rejected all negotiations and demands nothing less than unconditional surrender. Well, by this point, you would expect that pretty much, since they only have Madrid left. This war should be over, not spiraling out of control. It's not spiraling out of control. There's only one place left. They have only Madrid. The rest is under your control. Everything is under control. I have a bad feeling we won't be seeing the Capitana again. Okay, but as she noted, the Generalissimo demands nothing less than unconditional surrender, which means we're going into Madrid ourselves. Secure Madrid. Yeah, destroy all of them. Destroy them all. With the remaining Republican and Communist forces actively fighting each other, our job to secure Madrid should be much easier. I kind of have a feeling that I'm going to watch two AIs battle each other for half an hour. That's the feeling that I get. I recommend we advance directly into the city, but do so with some caution. There are scant few forces left outside of Madrid, and we should not give either side a chance to recover from their infighting. Are the points in Madrid... No, I could technically encircle the city. Technically. Although in practice that's probably near impossible. But who knows? But we should definitely avoid being caught in the Republican and Communist crossfire. While the Republicans no longer have access to an air force, the Communists will still challenge us in the skies, albeit weakly. But they have an air... Oh, is that the Communist? I mean... It... Oh yeah, well, but they do have an airfield. I'll make arrangements for all nationalist infantry forces to fall under our direct control for this operation. How is that suddenly possible? Maybe you could have done that earlier in the campaign. We'll need much closer coordination with their troops if we are to successfully operate in an urban environment of this size. To victory for Germany! Ah, there is actually another bonus. Oh, okay. My general, the Spanish nationalists have captured a number of enemy vehicles from their conquest of Catalonia. They're willing to let us keep the equipment if you could convince them. Yeah, sure. Fast learner. 2 times faster experience growth. That's not bad. Let's see what we got. Oh, we can actually buy Spanish units. And Italian units, technically. I would guess they're non-core. Oh, I actually get to see all the Spanish units. This is pretty interesting. So militia, of course, really bad. Also really cheap. Makes sense. Can't buy colonial troops, actually. Only the regulares. Guardia Civil is useful because of their military engineers. So Italians can buy the Frigate too, even though this tank never came into operation, if I'm not mistaken. And in fact, yeah, this entire tank, I believe that they were busy with a Frigate, with a Spanish tank, as a prototype, but that never got finished until after the war. So it's a bit weird that we get to buy that, but yeah. This game isn't about historical accuracy. You only have to look at these Italian tanks over here. I should be looking at the Germans, right? Actually, I have no clue what the Italians commandeered. They had some equipment, but I have no clue what they got. What did we get? Ooh, I would have to look back at my old recordings. Maybe some BA6s, maybe. Definitely some I-16s. Yeah. I think. Yeah, we had a lot less. I think we had 4 and now we have 30. So definitely those. But I think no artillery. Maybe we got more Trubias again. I don't think we had this amount. Yeah. Right, oh well. So these are actual communists over here. Well, they're all communists, but I guess they'll be busy fighting each other. I might actually be able to surround the entire city. That could actually be a thing. Like, I would need a lot of forces, but I do have a lot of them as well. And since you only need a unit like every 2 hexes, I think it would be possible. It's gotta be a bit creative about it. Well, I think it would work. We might actually even be able to capture some of those heavier artillery pieces. Right. Naturally, I'm gonna sell those 88s again. It was fun, but it was a bit silly. Actually. They act as if they're dead. Let's get these back. Oh, we'll have to be careful. We actually cannot deploy everything again. So we still need to get our anti-air out and quite a few of the bombers. So let's take a look at the units. So we do have the Frigidja 2, which is at 15, quite high. You get to go to 11 technically, but I'm gonna send these into reserve. Just like the Panzer 1 Breda as well. One of these is 3, so that's a lot. Still. 2 artillery. Still haven't gotten to use any of these bombers because it just seems to be relatively useless to use strategic bombers for now. Although maybe if you encircle a unit and then use strategic bombers, that might actually be pretty useful. Although if the trait, what is it? If the deadly grasp trait actually worked, then you don't actually need those. Right, so I believe, yeah, I can make no more upgrades. I don't know what I upgraded then. I actually have no clue. Yeah, I can still make upgrades, okay. So I would change the I-16 to BF-109. But that will cost me an additional slot. But I don't actually want to get... Yeah, let's actually set this to 13. And then I can actually upgrade these, because the BF-109B is just above and beyond better with its stats, more air attack, more initiative, more air defense. Oh, I need 2. Oh right, that's because oh no, it is actually 4. Oh. Just seeing it wrong. There we go. Whew. Alright, lucky. So I guess we're set. There was this one hero that we got that gave our units more experience. That'll be quite useful. I think I'm gonna put that on a fighter, because I really do want to have my fighters be more powerful. And we'll be switching this hero around. Although maybe for this map it's not such a great idea. Let's see. It's probably best on a unit like the Panzer, like something that has a large potential to also deal damage and such. So we actually do need units around here. Also because I want to move around Madrid, and like I said, I want to encircle it entirely. That's about, we have 36 turns, so that's quite a lot. So I'll be splitting up my units into 2 groups. One group that will go to the south, and one group that will go to the north of Madrid. Madrid itself can be encircled that way, so that should be good. Really not sure how aggressive these guys are going to be after they are done battling each other. I would assume that they also feel like battling me. That's what I think, but yeah, let's get at least the powerful group over here. So let's have them start out in this area. I guess these guys can take 3 tanks. Recon. Anti-tank. 2 artillery. And anti-aircraft. Doesn't really matter that much how we deploy them. As for my air forces, I'm actually a bit afraid that this airfield might get taken, but not this one. And then naturally I'll deploy the second group here. I can still buy some AUX units. Italian CAF won't be necessary in this mission. I'll go for Italian regulars. So this way, whatever troops are going to be left inside Madrid itself, they will all be encircled. And because I don't know which side is going to win, that probably seems to be the most favorable outcome. Seems like this T-26 is well defended. But not against infantry. I can just smack these guys around. They're gonna have no chance. Anyway, it's actually quite funny that they still have units on these outskirts. I have to check the map thoroughly as well, because I need to kill all the enemy units, so I can't miss anything. They have a vision of 2, so I might try to not get caught. In that way. Yeah, so I'll take that and then afterwards the airfield. So out here I'm gonna set up my units. This is a separate unit or not? I wonder. Anyway. I'm just gonna hope this recon is gonna go into the city. Well, for now they can move up here, and then I'll let the anti-tank take the city. The problem is, at least for this turn, that I can't go around this because they can see me, and I don't really want that. So I currently have actually too many troops on this side, which is pretty hilarious if you think about it. These are just clear hexes. That's empty. Now this might look like a bit of an unconventional means, but I think it does make a lot of sense to try and just do things this way. Like, why would you bother plowing through the entire city if you can just surround it and take care of everything that way? But that's just me. So I haven't seen any enemies' air force. I might just as well go and bomb a few units. Like this, because I don't really... see any need to do anything crazy here. Like, I'll protect my units, sure, at least the important ones. But that's about it. Okay. Alright, need to definitely move the cav. Alright. So it does seem like they have some units trying to get out. Huh. Okay. What, these guys just doing nothing? Are they not attacking each other? Right, these have a vision of 3. So I'm just gonna try and get out of their vision range. These guys can still function as guard. It would please me quite a bit if I were to be able to kill those guys. Because that just reduces the vision for a large part in there. Okay, they do have some tanks. A Matilda 1, huh? It has a high defense, but it's not super amazing. They will likely retreat, so I need to know where they're going towards. No clue. Okay. Let's get the other cavalry. Finish them off. Next up will be these, and then we can go and swing around. This remains out of their vision range. But I'll keep those guys parked there. Yeah, I actually need to get some guys to go around, so... Like I said, let's try to stay out of their vision range. And see whether that helps me. So they have a vision of 3. So it should be okay. Move one of these. Okay. It's going to remain a huge cluster of units until most of them have been dispersed surround these enemies. Like you can see here that it's just too many for now. I actually want to send these down too, because I need a couple of units that will deal with it over on this side. For example. It will take a while though before I have everything set up all well and proper. I might actually try to go for the airfield. Let's actually... No, they are separate, okay. So there are a few units down here as well. So this should be out of their vision range. So technically, I think they should not go and attack at that point. They have vision 2. Yeah, the recons can see me, sure, but there at least, for example. That's it. Let's see if that works. Okay. That should be an ambush though. Unless they saw it with their plane. This is all still quite tricky. Really not sure whether this tactic is gonna work. They don't have that many units, although they might all be at the center. Not gonna lie, I actually think attacking here now is a good idea. This is a clear hex. It would be quite risky to go all the way in one go. They have plenty of units over here. Well, let's deal with this first. I can catch up. I don't think I have the capabilities of finishing it off with these. Maybe? Sweet. I can't attack, but they will very likely just repair. Yeah, and that's not effective anyway. They cannot see those. An external ticket. Move further down south. Definitely. Okay, nice. I want as little enemy units to go after me as possible. Alright, so that should work like this, and then here. I do want to hold on to that airfield. But besides that, I need to back out. Is this good? This should be far enough that I think they should not feel the need to go after me. But I'll be glad to fight through the top of the city over here. Like, get rid of these guys, for example. And these guys should then no longer be visible for now. Like, this is already too dangerous because they might actually move up. I don't really want that. Especially not without artillery support. It's probably going to be, well, you know from the 36 turns it's going to be a long mission, but moving all your units like that, it takes pretty long. That's okay though. I think it's probably the risk is probably worth it. Let's keep at least one Panzer 1B over here on this side. So if there's any... Oh, you can actually even go a bit further. If there's any need, desperate need, then I can at least move forward a bit. Do I still have a fighter that can go as an escort? No. Just gonna have to hope they won't do anything. Like, I don't want to see these guys go all the way around or something. Okay, so I can technically even relatively easily move through. You could probably also repair their units quite a bit. Okay, they're actually moving down, that's good. Yeah, definitely still keeping my distance. So once most of those northern units are cleared, I think we'll be good. I wonder who will win, actually. Republicans or communists. This is getting dangerously close to... something I don't like. Okay, so we know they have another fighter. Like I said, it does... Well, that took a while. That was really, really problematic there. Right, I'm gonna end the video here though, and I thank you for watching the first one. Do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, see you then. Bye-bye.